Hey, wealth creation investing traders and investors. It is Monday, Veterans Day. And this is Matthew Buckley. I'm the Chief Investment Strategist here at WCI. And I want to take some time to recognize my fellow veterans and some folks who have paid the ultimate sacrifice. After a week like last week, when we still get wrapped up in things going on domestically and, beating the hell out of each other back and forth. At the end of the day, folks, this is all that matters. There are people, men and women, young men and women right now on the tip of the spear in places that you wouldn't want to be caught dead in, doing just valiant things on a daily, weekly, hourly, minute-by-minute basis. And we lose sight of that. I buried about 7 friends, squadron mates, students over my career, and I remember each one of them and the last time I spoke to them. So Veterans Day, it's a time to take pause and remember those who have given the ultimate sacrifice for this great nation. Having said that, folks, the bond market is closed today. Stock market is open. Usually that doesn't mean a ton of volume. What's going on strategically, folks? Well, just the heads of the 5 families over there in Europe are meeting and talking about Greece's debt problems. Over the weekend, they passed a austerity budget, but they're still pleading for more time and more money. So it's just like our own fiscal cliff here in the United States. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. It really seems like, and last week I should report that one of the reasons the market sold off last week was Germany. If China's our banker, Germany is Europe's banker, and Germany's starting to take it a little bit on the chin economically and in their markets and in their economy. So when Europe's banker starts catching a cold, it's bad. So, that's going to be on tap for today. So I'm going to be monitoring what's going on with the Greek and EU crisis. And like I've told Top Gun options traders over and over again, the Greek debt crisis disappears from the front page because we have other stuff that flares up. And then out of the blue, this will flare up again. I don't mind it. We actually enjoy it here at Top Gun Options and Wealth Creation Investing because we profit based on these flare-ups, and we're hedged and ready to go. But so that's what's going on over in Europe. Some good news out of China, or less bad news, I should say. So the Chinese economy is starting to pick up pace, and this really helps out. A free trade, actually, I put out last Tuesday. It was a bullish diagonal, long-term diagonal on FXI, and it's a long-term bullish trade on China, but short-term bearish. Short-term, China has their change of command this month, their once-a-decade change of command. So short-term bearish with a lot of headwinds still going on in the Chinese economy, but you have to be the second largest economy, soon to be the first, is a powerhouse, and you can't help but be bearish. So good news out of China's economy. This was a great article in the journal. So that's what's going on strategically around the world. But I'd be remiss, obviously, if I didn't just if my head just didn't absolutely explode about what happened last week on several fronts. Iran shot at U.S. military assets. 2 Iranian Su-25s, which couldn't hit the broadside of a barn, fired on a U.S. drone actually 2 weeks ago. But guess what? It was reported last week. It wasn't reported before the election, folks. So with the Benghazi gate, that's sure to start flaring up again. Well, actually it won't, because the media is not going to do their job. But anyway, so we get shot at by Iran. Iran is actively shooting at us now, folks. The guy says he's building a nuclear weapon. He's going to wipe Israel off the face of the earth, and now he's actively shooting at U.S. assets. I don't know what else Iran has to do, and they've actively been killing U.S. men and women for over a decade in Iraq and Afghanistan. Another thing that the media and our government doesn't report is many of the IEDs and high-grade explosives. Now, it's all coming from Iran, and Iranian agents have actively been killing U.S. soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marine. And we really don't who cares about apathy, right? And then we had the whole General Petraeus thing. This is, folks, it is getting terrifying. So the General Petraeus, the head of the Central Intelligence Agency, has resigned over an affair. who's supposed to testify about Benghazi this week. Folks, the rats are leaving a sinking ship, and the fact that, again, this was known before the election. The FBI made all their reports known, and they delayed this announcement until after the election. It's absolutely incredible what's going on with our nation and in Washington. Couple with here's why I bring this up, and I'll get off my soapbox here, is we have the fiscal cliff to deal with, right? We have a impending fiscal cliff, and last week the president graciously, invited Boehner and Reid to the White House to talk about the fiscal cliff. Apparently, he couldn't do that last month, the month before that, or the month before that. We have to do it a month and a half before the fiscal cliff is supposed to happen. Republicans have already said, nope, we are not raising tax rates. We might increase revenue somehow, and that translates into maybe closing loopholes, mortgage interest deductions, all that type of stuff. And Obama's already said, nope, raising taxes on the rich. I got a mandate, essentially what he said. He apparently that razor thin, he might have won the Electoral College, folks, which apparently Rhode Island's less important than California, the people in Rhode Island, but I digress. The razor thin popular vote apparently has given Obama a mandate to raise taxes. You saw the immediate impact last week, folks, and it continues to today. Tens upon tens and scores of companies have already started laying off people, or they're in a race to lay off employees and hire them part-time to get them under 30 hours so they're going to dump them all on Obamacare. Stand by for what's coming. Okay, so there's our strategic brief. Flight schedule for this week, folks. Kind of a quiet Monday today. Like I said, it's Veterans Day, so the bond market is closed as a bank holiday there. Not too much on Tuesday. Folks, Wednesday, actually on Tuesday, two things I'm going to be looking at, Home Depot and Cisco results, little barometers of the economy. But on Wednesday, October retail sales. So kind of had some really great numbers there in September, kind of a lukewarm forecast. Let's see how the retail folks are doing. So this is going to be a number I'm looking at here. PPI, retail sales, like I said, core PPI, business inventories, and also some FOMC minutes should be interesting to read and see what's going on behind closed doors. On Wednesday, Greeks labor unions are going to do a walkout and joining other countries in the Eurozone, Portugal, Spain, France, for calling for a general strike. So, that should always be fun. Thursday, the Fed chairman is going to speak at a get together thrown together by Operation Hope. Senate Intelligence Committee is going to look at Benghazi Gate. Also, Gap, Target, and Walmart are going to report results along with Dell, Intuit, and Viacom. So again, nice little barometers of the economy. And also on the Dallas Fed President Fisher is going to speak. He was going to be the next Fed chairman if Bernanke won, in my opinion. He's a deficit hawk and a dollar hawk. So it'll be interesting to see what that guy has to say. Core CPI, obviously weekly unemployment claims. These things have been market movers on their own. Empire State Manufacturing Index and the Philly Fed Manufacturing Index, getting a look at the Mid-Atlantic states that are still devastated by Sandy, and it should be interesting to see as well. And on Friday, industrial production, you have utilities, mining. So we'll see if manufacturing is slowing or picking up here. So calling for a little bit of a slowdown there. Folks, I'm actually doing 2 live trading events tomorrow. Going to be probably looking at some Apple and Chipotle weekly trades along with some more strategic trades. We've been trading the hell out of Chipotle, Google, Apple weeklies and really knocking the cover off the ball. So I'm going to do 2 live trading sessions tomorrow, I believe at 11 and I believe at 3. You can go to the webpage, wealthcreationinvesting.com/trading-live, and you can join me for 2 live trading sessions tomorrow. Watch as I manage our model portfolio that's up nearly about 300% since March 1st, and that's on about $50,000 in haircut. It's a $100,000 model portfolio, but at any one given time, I'm only using about half that, sometimes 3/4, sometimes less. So make sure you stop by and register, because it's going to be a good couple sessions there, because I have a lot to talk about. Obviously, just still kind of reeling from everything that happened last week, from Iranians shooting at us to Petraeus resigning, to Obama more or less saying, "Hey, I have a mandate, so bring it." A lot of stuff going on, folks. And of course, overseas, they have their clown cars as well. So it's about to get interesting. Our portfolios, our model portfolios at Wealth Creation Investing and Top Gun Options are hedged. So we can potentially profit in any market condition. So if anything, it's great to be a spectator, an active spectator in a lot of the stuff, because we're having a blast trading these markets. Okay. So stand by for an interesting week. The biggest thing for me, of course, I watch all the economic stuff and the market stuff, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the whole Benghazi discussion. And Secretary of State Clinton, she's got scheduling conflicts. She's a little busy to testify about Benghazi. Just absolutely incredible, folks. But who cares about apathy, right? All right. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and I'll see you guys tomorrow on our live trading sessions.